Hello and welcome to Perpetro Group's short presentation of the Infiniti technology using PerPOS web architecture. This is a more advanced presentation of our early working model where we've incorporated it into a client site. Today we're going to show you basically what the Infiniti system is actually all about, because a lot of people have been getting confused from the early presentation. Basically, the Infiniti module is a unique way of displaying large volumes of information on a website, and it negates the need to use pagination system where people have to revert to go into page 2, 3, 4 and back and forth to view different types of information. We've actually tailored this particular model to work very closely with the real estate information because real estate, as you know, it can pile up lots and lots of information. And today we're going to show how easy it is to actually get that information accessible and why it's very important to use Infiniti over a paginated system. So we're looking at a client site at the moment called Visaland, and the system has actually just loaded. And as we scroll down, you've noticed on the left and the right side, my left and right is obviously wrong here, you will see filtering systems start to take place. Now these filters basically become available as it starts to find things on the page. So these are the filters that the system has actually already found on the page. And if you notice, as I'm scrolling down, the filters remain available to the user at all time. Now the other unique thing about the Infiniti module is the way that the information is actually displayed. If you've noticed, it doesn't matter how tall the image is. The system will actually bank up the display modules in a very, very clean way. So they don't have to be within a line. It's still very accessible to the user, very much like Pinterest is using at the moment. Although our system is slightly more advanced in the fact that we're able to directly filter on the page, which I'll show you in a moment. And the other thing about the Infiniti system is that as I get to the bottom of the page, I can continue to load in. So one of the advantages over pagination is that users will tend to have a look at a larger amount of the portfolio of properties available within the system over a paginated system, because the information is already available to them and it's easy for them to scroll down, and I can carry on going, as you can see. Now what makes the Infiniti system different and unique to almost any other site, and I'll just scroll up here just to give you an idea. Okay, as you've noticed now, our filters first and foremost have actually improved, so we've got a larger amount as we've gone down the page of information to actually filter through. And let's just see how those work now. So assuming that I'm looking for a property in the Neapolis area, I can begin to start filtering out the information I don't want. And these are the nuances of the Infiniti system that actually make it stand out so well. I can even filter by the number of bedrooms. I can toggle as many locations and filters as I want. It makes no difference to the system whatsoever. And the other amazing thing regarding the Infiniti system is that it will continue to look for information until it has exhausted everything from your database using those filters. So again, I can choose multiple types of bedrooms, certain types of property. Maybe I only want to look at for sales. So automatically what's happened is now I've refined my search in real time. I'm looking at the properties in real time. I haven't gone to any other page. I'm still on the home page and I'm still getting that information. Now the other thing that makes it so unique is I can clear all those filters with ease, as you can see here, and I can continue making alternative searches. Okay, nice and simple. So what we're going to do now is show you how the Infiniti system integrates with PerPOS. And PerPOS is closely linked to this. It's our web architecture language. And one of the things that we're trying to do with PerPOS is to speed up the process of getting information and putting information. And in this particular video, we'll show how easy it is to actually get information as a user looking for property. So I've done my search. I've narrowed down the filters here. And directly over the properties, I have my actions, okay? I can do any of these actions directly from the property without having to leave the page. So let's say I want to have a look at this particular property. I'll simply click View Property. And again, without leaving what I've done behind the screen, okay, I've got the information. Now, this is very useful if you're in the middle of a very long list of properties and you don't want to lose your place on the page. So I can literally click away from the window and I would be back to where I was. And I'll just show that very quickly in action. Let's say I've come all the way down here and I'm looking at this particular property. I view the property and then I can continue carrying on from where I left off. This is very important for the user to feel that they're not being sent back and forth and trying to remember where they're going. So let's have a look at this particular property information. This is actually, we have some test information in here at this moment in time. This is what we call the property card. This is a unique way of displaying properties that is actually particular to the PerPOS system. We can have infinite number of photographs where we can actually cycle through those photographs nice and easily. It doesn't take up much real estate space, and sorry for the pun, on the screen. This data here is extendable, which means that if there are more details available for this property, depending on what has been entered in the database, this will extend. This whole window extends. Comments, personal comments from the realtor regarding the property, the selling point, which will be picked up by SEO in search engines like Google and Bing, even on Facebook now. And then we have whatever description length that you want for the property, because one of the unique things about this type of display window is that we can scroll down and the window can be as long as it needs to because it takes up the space on the page behind it. So we can have any length of description. We have bullet points here which are basically eye-catching features of the property, and those are built into the system in whatever language are available. At this moment in time, we're looking at the property system in English. We have others which are in Russian and Greek and various other languages, in fact any language that you want. So these are pre-built into the system, already translated. So for translation purposes, you would never need to translate these. You would simply tick them from your content manager. And again, communal features of the property if there are any. Okay, and here we've just shown a reasonably large list of what could be available for this particular property. And similarly to the listings, we have actions while we're looking at the property as well. Maybe we want to share it, where we can send it out to the most popular networks, such as Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, and all of them, Twitter. And this link here is if you want to do it directly. You can just copy this link directly, okay, and you can paste it into whatever network you want instead of using the buttons that are available here. I still have access to the property, as you can see. I can recommend this out to a friend. I can request more information about the property directly. Our print module is quite advanced actually, in so much as, because I'm running on a local system here, it's looking for some images online. But this actually creates a print page, a miniature page of the property in print, which is printer friendly. Okay, and you can go ahead and print that as well. We have our currency converters, which is live and linked directly to the Google Exchange system. Okay, so it's always up to date. You have your mortgage calculators where you can enter your data. The property information is already entered for you for convenience. Metric converter for whatever you see within the property data that you want. Some more additional information for some metrics on. And the other thing as well here is that we have the map. Okay, now this is a live system, and this map works in two ways. The map either picks up the location that the property has been entered into. Okay, and in this case, if we go back and have a look, this has been entered into Limassol. So it's just picked up Limassol as a general feature because there is no coordinates. No coordinates for the property set against the property in the database. If there were coordinates set in, then we would be looking at directly where the property would be located at this sort of zoom. Okay, so you would be able, this is a live data, again it's linked directly to Google Maps, okay, and everything is pinpointed for ease. The other nice thing about the PerPOS system with Infiniti is that we can get similar properties. Unfortunately on this one we don't have any. I'll just go to one which I know actually has similar properties. Okay, now similar properties basically is a system where a user is looking at the property and he or she would want to know, okay, is there something within this region around this price with this type of property? And this will do a little bit of the work for you. Okay, So this one has actually gone and found some similar properties. And as you can see, it's very, very quick. And I can click on any one of those I want to and get the information without leaving the scrolling area that I was in behind the system. And similarly, in this particular session, maybe I want to just store very briefly what it is that I'm looking at so that I can make an inquiry on it or send them to a friend, or if it's the realtor, to send them on to a client. And I can go ahead and bookmark what I'm looking at. So I can store my bookmarks without needing to register with the site, which is a very, very important thing, considering people are very, very protective of their personal data. So I would be looking, I can do that directly from the property card, or I can do it directly from the property listings. And those bookmarks can keep building up and keep building up. And if I want to look at any one of them, or to remove any one of them, it's simply a click, or click here, and I'm taken directly to the property. So this is the first stage introduction to what the Infiniti system is. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for joining us, and if you would like some more information, please join us at www.perpetrogroup.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you very much.